Hello and welcome. In this problem, we are going to compare the fuel mileage of electric vehicles or EV with that of internal combustion engine, commonly known as ICE these days. So the fuel mileage or fuel efficiency is given in watt hour per mile for electric car and in miles per gallon, as you all know, for ICE engines. So basically, to compare them on the same unit, we are going to convert them to how many miles $1 will take you in an EV versus ICE. So that's the main purpose of this problem. Using the DeskCal, we're going to use the DeskCal. Some data is given to us, such as the gasoline heating value, 44 million joule of heat is released for 1 kg of gasoline. And the gasoline price must be given for us to convert, as well as the electric price must be given in order to figure out how much a dollar will take us in these two respective vehicles. As you can see, there is no exhaust in the electric car, whereas there is an exhaust in internal combustion engine. Okay, so I have already started the DeskCal, logged in as a student, and I have also written the code. So essentially the given variable, I'm converting them into variable name, the given variable. So fuel efficiency of the electric vehicle, EV, is 200 watt hour per mile. Fuel efficiency in kilowatt per mile would be that divided by 1000, that's the standard SI units. 1 kilowatt hour is of course 1000 watt hour. Sorry, this is not a standard SI unit, but it is a standard unit for pricing electricity, kilowatt hour. Similarly, all the other given variables, I have named them with a unit at the back. So it's pretty much readable. So let's do the EV calculations. EV for the electric vehicle, dollar per mile, would be given, the fuel efficiency is given in kilowatt hour per mile, we know, and we know the price in dollar for kilowatt per mile, for kilowatt hour, about 10 cents. I think 10 cents in this problem. Yep, price dollar per kilowatt hour right here, 0.1 dollar. So therefore, dollar per mile is found. So mile per dollar will be just inverse of that. So that will find us how far an EV will go. And for the ICE calculation, you notice that fuel efficiency in gallon per meter is known. Then therefore, since we know the price of dollar per gallon, fuel efficiency in gallon per mile, the dollar per mile would be what? Gallon per mile times price of gallon of fuel. Therefore, ICE engine, miles per dollar will be inverse of that. So if you just hit the calculate button, these variables are calculated. I can shrink the input area and expand the output area to look at the variables values. And as you can see, the fuel EV mile per dollar is almost 50 miles, whereas ICE miles per dollar is only about 7 miles. So this is very typical. An electric vehicle would be almost about 7 times more efficient as far as your dollar goes. The other variable, like how much heat in kilojoule per minute per mile is required. This is how many kilojoules is needed. Also, how much the ICE calculation, similarly, the EV calculation also, we figured out how much electricity is needed per mile. ICE miles per dollar, okay, we've seen that. EV work kilojoule per mile. So 720 kilojoules is used to push the car 1 mile in this particular scenario. So anyway, instead of the details of the problem can be found in this code, and I'll just leave it there.